White farmers must stay in South Africa, but I won't beg them. I won't be on my knees begging white farmers to stay in South Africa. But they must stay. If they want to stay, they are more than welcome. Like all South Africans, there's nothing special about them. Nothing. To ask me about, do I see value in the white farmers in South Africa, is to ask me about white privilege. I'm not going to glorify it. I see value in all South Africans. White, black, Indian, coloreds. All of us. I value you. I want you to contribute in the growth of the economy. There's nothing special about white farmers. There's nothing special about white people. The sooner we do that, away with that mentality.
A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. This is Awakened Africa and I'm your host, Bemu. So for the past couple of days, there has been an uproar on the platform X whereby the owner Elon Musk and the leader of Economic Freedom Federation Party, EFF in South Africa, Julius Malema, they have been kind of fighting, and his political funds have been on the neck of Elon Musk for the past 3 to 4 days. But how did it all start? Now, this is what happened. So a few days ago, a certain X user by the name Garbage Human posted a tweet saying that it was news by TYP World, and this user was saying that South Africa, Julius Malema calls for genocide of white citizens again, and then he took a tweet of Julius Malema and combined them together, and to the tweet of Julius Malema was anti-Semitism is hatred, prejudice or hostility towards Jews. Some of our biggest financial donors are Jewish and we love them. All right, and then it didn't stop there. There is a guy by the name of Vincent James. So Vincent James quoted the same tweet and used a certain video whereby there was a certain politician from South Africa under Julius Malema, which I'm going to play just after this series of tweets. And the tweet was saying from Vincent James at the Vincent James, we are cutting the throat of whiteness. We will kill white women, children, and their pets. I guess the media is right. Discrimination against white people in South Africa is fake news pushed by Trump, right? I guess the media is right. Discrimination against white people in South Africa is fake news pushed by Trump, right? And then there is a certain video whereby Julius Malema, while he was campaigning, he said that if I come into power, I will not discriminate white people, the Indian people, the black people. Let each and every one of us coexist peacefully. And then after that tweet of Vincent James, Elon Musk quoted, he said, why do you allow this at Cyril Ramaphosa? Cyril Ramaphosa, of course, the president of South Africa. This is a major political party in the Southern African Parliament, and their leader is calling for genocide of white people. And then another user, of course, said that South African political leader, we will cut the throat of whiteness. Julius Malema, I quote, these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after white man. They feel terrible pain because you have touched a white man. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. We will kill white women, children, and their pets. And then Elon Musk replied the same tweet, quoted the same tweet, and he said, immediate sanctions for Malema and declaration of him as an international criminal, right? And then Julius Malema himself decided that enough is enough, I'm going to respond to this. Julius Malema retaliated back and said, I really think you have entirely lost your left brain. A typical spoilt brat and direct beneficiary of apartheid whiteness. I know black people look the same to you. Typical racist. Look closer and you will realize those are two different people. I don't care about your sanctions. I will never stop fighting for black people to be equal to white people. And if that makes me an international criminal, I am proud to be one. Let it be known that Julius Malema is a true son of the soil, a true African son who is at the forefront fighting for the rights of black people in South Africa. And this is the exact reason as to why they hate Julius Malema. There is a certain video that I'm about to show you that explains why these people have been fighting the genesis of all these tweets. This is the video here. Let us watch it.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
For each one person that is being killed by the taxi industry, will kill 5 white people. For every one black person you kill, will kill 5 white people. You kill one of us, will kill 5 of you. You kill one of us, will kill 5 of you. You kill one of us, kill 5 of you. You kill one of us, will kill 5 white people. Will kill the children, will kill the women, will kill anything.
And then there is another video too that I would like us to watch it very keenly, right? This video is about a story that happened in Sophiatown in South Africa, whereby there were thousands of families which were displaced from their Sophiatown, from their homeland, so that they could give way for white people to create a suburb for white people in South Africa. Right, and it was mandatory. If you don't want, then they'll beat you up, they'll chain you. You know, the apartheid simply, it was let these people live apart. I hope each and every one of us understand about the apartheid regime in South Africa. It was each and every one of us, let them live apart. Let the Indians live their own way, the white people, the Boers, live their own way. Let the black people, the native South Africans, live their own way. So I'd like us to watch this video first before I come back with another commentary.
We were very, very scared. The police were saying, whether you like it or not, you will be moved.
Under the Group Areas Act, the attempt is now to separate out your colored people, your mixed bloods, your Indian group, your African group. This is apartheid. The state of being apart.
Sophiatown was the very first population removal. 60 to 70,000 people were pulled out of their homes by force. Their homes were bulldozed behind them.
I was born and bred here in Sophiatown. It was called Little Harlem. We had jazz, we had gangsters, you had dancing clubs where people would dance against each other. There was so much going on in Sophiatown that the birds had to fly backwards to keep the dust from their eyes. We had all nationalities. We had Zulus, Chinese, Indians, and we lived in harmony together. It was also unique because people could own property, and it was unusual because the whites didn't want people to own the land.
The more that legislation for apartheid is pushed through Parliament, the greater the opposition aroused among the Africans.
They wanted us to be moved far away from town so that they can take Sophiatown and turn it into a white suburb. People fought that they should stay here because they were here first. So if the government wants to move us, they will have to do so by force. We had just finished having supper when we had a big knock at the door. They came with these big government trucks. They would come late, load everything onto the trucks while the soldiers and the police were standing there. with guns. And you know, as a child, they seem huge. And then after it was loaded, they told us, Clement the truck, you just have to follow the rules, what they were saying, so that nobody in your family gets injured or killed. They told us that they are taking us to a new house.
All right. So welcome back. And there is a time whereby Julius Malema was being interviewed, and he said that he doesn't have a problem with the white people. Remember that the elections in South Africa that were held and Julius Malema lost. Before that, Julius Malema was interviewed, and he said that he doesn't have a problem with these white people living in South Africa, but he has a problem of them feeling more superior, feeling more privileged, and he wants this thing to come to an end. Let the white people be equal to the black people. No one is superior than the other. And one thing with Julius Malema that fascinates me the most is that Julius Malema is someone who doesn't give a damn about whatever you're going to think about him. He's someone who says things the way they are. He doesn't have to sugarcoat things. He says that the white people came to Africa to conquer the Africans, and there is no dialogue about that. So if these white people are going to surrender the lands that they grab from African people, then well and good, they're going to live peacefully. And he gave an example like, you have stolen my car and I come back, I want to take my car, and you want me to compensate you. That is stealing, because there is no way I can pay a thief, and it's something that is understandable. Like, it's you cannot have someone who has stolen from you and then they tell you that you compensate them. Someone has stolen your TV and then they're telling you that you must compensate me for you taking back your TV or your car. It's the same as what Malema is trying to say. Like, the black South Africans cannot compensate white people for taking back their land, because white people grab their land. And of course, Donald Trump, the president of United States of America, came out and said that he will cut the aid to South Africa if they will continue with the white genocide. And commentators on X were in an uproar. They were saying that whatever Malema said, Malema just sang a song, and he was just giving this description metaphorically, because the white people did it. They killed black people and took their land, but he's just singing a song saying that they want their land back. So who is evil between someone who kills and takes the land and someone who sings about killing? You know the answer, right? So many have come out on X saying that this guy Elon Musk is supporting genocide, because you cannot be you cannot side with the Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, someone who has killed thousands of children in Gaza, Palestine, but you cannot call him an international criminal. But you call Julius Malema, who is fighting for the rights of the black people in South Africa, sorry, and you call him an international criminal. So this means that Elon Musk is siding with the devil. Elon Musk is dining with the devil, and it is something that is still disturbing my mind up to now, because you can't have someone like Donald Trump Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They're trying to be the presidents of the whole world. They want to involve themselves in the issues of Gaza. They want to involve themselves in the issues of South Africa. Now, Donald Trump promised that the white refugees who are being chased out of South Africa, that he will give them land in America. I don't know what's your take on this, but I'd like us to have a conversation in the comments. But most probably, if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, I'll ask you most definitely to subscribe to this channel. Kindly take me to 100 subscribers. Leave a comment. Let us have a conversation. If you're an African in diaspora, or if you're an African in Africa, maybe you're in Kenya, you're in Nigeria, you're in South Africa, you're in Egypt, maybe you're in Australia, maybe you're in Canada. What's your take on this? Do you think that Malema is right? And do you think that it is right for him to say that these white people must go out of South Africa? And do you think that Elon Musk also, is he right by fighting for white people that they should not lose their lands to the black South Africans, the native South Africans? I don't know what's your take on this, but like us to have a conversation in the comments. Thank you for always keep on supporting me, and I'm so much grateful. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Turn on post notification so that every time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified. This is Awakened Africa, and I'm your host, Bemu. Peace out.